everybody, Cindy A. Lewis here, and this video is posting a little late today for my daily post, but I am getting it all done for you. So right now we are doing 12 ways to use a masterboard, and we created some fall masterboards, which are available to you on my freebie page on my website. But we're using those, and they are available as printables, freebie printables. We're using these scanned copies to make a book cover today. So this is for part 2, and we're going to take a book, an old book, and we're going to use it to make the cover with the masterboard. Now we're not going to create the whole journal, but we could. If you're interested in that, let me know. But we're just going to do the cover, and I've got some fun ideas to add to it. So we're going to do that in this video. If you want to be a part of the October challenge and giveaway, check out the October 1st video, which is also linked below. And let's get busy. So there are 3 different masterboards that we created this past week. And so we're going to use one of the masterboards to be a junk journal cover. I have an old book here. I guess I picked it up at a yard sale. We're not going to use this for the cover, but we're just going to leave this. We're not even going to cover this with fabric. We're just going to use the masterboard to cover it. And then maybe when we get ready to actually make it into a junk journal, we'll be able to cover that. But stories to remember, I kind of like that. So maybe we could just change part of it. But anyway, so all to do to use your masterboard is just to choose the masterboard you want to use. And then you're going to cut it to fit just inside your cover. And I think what we'll do here is maybe pick this one. Let's do this one. This one is the one with the gesso here and the crackle paste here, which you can see the crackle paste shows up really nicely on this masterboard. Then I used some washi tape, and we had a lot of fun with that. So if we want it to be this journal's cover, you just have to decide which part of it you want it to be. And I'm going to go with this side with the autumn blessings right here. And then I'm going to add a few little things to it just to give it a little more embellishment. So first we're going to measure the cover and see how big we need to trim this. For this book cover, it is inside this hinge here. We're going to look at, it's about 5.5 inches. So we're going to want it shorter than that, about 1/4 inch or so. And then it is 8.5 inches. So let's just do, let's trim this down to 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. Now that I have that cut to the size that I want it, I'm going to ink the edges, which I call vintagizing. I like to make up words, as if you watch my channel, you'll find that out. And I am just going to go around all the edges and add this color, which is Vintage Photo. All right, now I really could have cut it a little bit smaller, but it still is inside that hinge, and I like it. So we're going to go with that. I'm just going to take some glue. This is my glue that's my favorite, Collage glue. I buy it from Crafter's Companion. And I'm just going to put the glue on the whole piece. And I'm going to put it on here. And I want to make sure that it is solidly on there. So I kind of mush it around, if you will, just to make sure. And I want to check all my edges. And really, if that was all you wanted to do, that's all you have to do. But I did have some fun burlap, and I have some ribbon. So I wanted to see what I thought it would look like to add a little piece to this. This is some sari fabric that I got from Amore Fabrics. This is Selena. And this is really pretty too. I love that on there. But I think I don't want to cover the whole thing because this is my masterboard and I want to use it. So I think I might put a little piece down here and just glue it in place. This is just so gorgeous, and I love to add something unique to the front of my junk journals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some heavy glue on the leaves so that it holds it down really well. And then I'm going to just take a line of glue and glue it down around the edges to hold down this beautiful fabric. All right, so we're going to glue this down here. Oop. Really pretty. I'm going to take this glue off. So I just want you to know this glue comes right off if you get it somewhere you don't want it. And it just is easy to get the glue off of anything. You just rub it until it comes off. All right. And I think that'll be beautiful. And then, of course, you can add like any kind of other, like a name plate. You can add your book corners, your metal book corners and all that. But that is just using your masterboard for a junk journal cover. So I hope you like this video. Watch for part 3. So part 3, which I just told you to watch for, is going to be using your masterboard for your cards that you might want to send out, autumn blessings to your friends, or make a birthday card or whatever. So let's do that in part 3, and thanks so much for watching.